Made with spoken. Charlie Needs Milk by Blaine Moore. Digital narration, performed by multiple digital voices.
Charlie.
What now?
Charlie.
You squeeze your eyes a little tighter, not yet ready to admit that you are actually asleep, but it's impossible to ignore the yell coming down the hall. Yes, dear? You hope that whatever she needs is going to be something that you can take care of quickly, so you can come back to your easy chair and rest your eyes a bit more.
I need some milk. Can you run down to the store for me?
You sigh and stand up to grab your wallet and keys before making your way to the door.
Sure thing. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
You yell back down the hallway. You don't think that you had actually fallen asleep, but your eyes feel heavy with a swollen pressure right behind them. Shaking your head in a fruitless effort to clear the cobwebs, you head out towards the garage and get in your car. It's only a short drive to the nearest grocery store, and as you pull out, you push your sunglasses on top of your head, as it's a bit overcast. Your eyes still feel a little funny. There must be a high-pressure system coming through. About 4 minutes later, you pull up to the only stoplight on your route and wait, wondering whether you'll actually be able to get your nap in this afternoon or not. A flash of lightning appears ahead, leaving an afterimage on your eyes. You blink quickly to try to clear your vision and begin counting to see how far off the storm is. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Strange. You could have sworn that the lightning had come down closer than that. It had to, because the afterimage won't leave your vision, so it had to be close. You glance out the window, but while overcast, it doesn't look like there's any threat of rain anytime soon. The light turns green, and you begin pulling forward. A second flash of lightning begins to obscure your vision, and it's getting hard to see where you're going. You try holding a hand over your right eye as you drive, and that makes it a little easier, but the flashes from the lightning just won't go away and seem to continue to multiply. You make the turn into the parking lot and pull into the first parking space you see. An amorphous purple blob is pulsating at the edge of your vision off to the left, and you're finding it hard to concentrate. Is this a stroke? A panic attack? What the hell is going on? You sit in the car for a few minutes with your eyes closed and your head back, taking deep breaths. In for 2 seconds, out for 3. In for 2 seconds, out for 3. The only change is that the purple blob has split apart, and there is now an overlapping green blob, along with the purple. Even with your eyes closed, you can see it quite clearly off to your left, while to your right, there are numerous streaks of lightning, pulsing in time with your heartbeat. You reach forward and fumble with the keys, pulling them out of the ignition, before reaching for the car door handle and releasing your seatbelt so you can get out of the car. Once you're standing, you open your eyes, but before you can orient yourself, you have to squeeze your eyes shut. It's so bright out. For that brief moment, it felt how you imagine being stabbed in the forehead with a steak knife might feel. You pull your sunglasses down over your eyes and open your eyes a crack, squinting but taking a look around. It's difficult to see. Your right eye doesn't appear to be working at all anymore, and to that side you can only see pulsating bright white flashes. To your left you can make out vague shapes tinted in the colors of a nasty bruise, but at least you can make your way into the store. Anything to get out of that glaring sunlight. Even with your eyes squinted, it's more painful than anything you've ever felt. You approach the store without incident and open the doors. It's blessedly cool inside the store, although still brighter than they have any right to keep it. At least it's not as bright as outside, though. With your sunglasses, it's tolerable, and you're able to open your eyes a little wider. You walk through the second set of doors into the store proper and immediately trip over the pile of handbaskets that somebody left by the doors. Thankfully, you maintain your balance and don't fall over, but you feel a little dizzy and put your hand on your knees as you struggle to keep your lunch down where it belongs. You turn left and walk the edge of the store to where the refrigerated goods are kept. Running your left hand along the shelves along the wall and turning the right side of your head up towards the ceiling so you can make as much use as possible of the narrow field of vision that is at all usable. Some top 40 music is playing over the loudspeakers, but the volume is way too loud. How can anybody possibly think with all that racket? You feel the temperature drop a noticeable few degrees as you near the freezers and follow them to the back of the store where dairy is kept. You can make out the milk cartons and grab a half-gallon, and turn and head back towards the front of the store. Your head feels as though it's splitting open, with the left side of your brain separating millimeters at a time from your right. You would worry more about what's happening, but at this point, that would take much too much concentration.
Did you find everything you need?
You groan quietly to yourself. Somehow, you found yourself into the checkout line, and of course, it's a cashier that feels as though they have to yell in order to be heard. "I'm fine. Just ring me up, please," you whisper, and squeeze your eyes shut as a small spasm rocks your body. You pull out your wallet and slide a credit card out by touch, leaving your eyes closed. Replacing the wallet in your pocket, you reach out with your right hand until you feel the card reader, and slide your credit card through the slot.
Please sign on the line. Thanks.
The cashier screams at you. You squint your eyes open a tiny bit, and take the electronic pen and scribble what might be an X onto the screen. You press it down in the right corner in a few places until it beeps and charges your card.
Here you are, sir.
The cashier yells as she hands you a plastic bag with your milk in it. "Thanks," you whisper, and walk towards the doors. The green blob has disappeared, and you can sort of make out a small, couple of feet wide stretch in front of you where things are blurry but at least recognizable. You make your way across the parking lot, squinting against the glare from the sun behind your sunglasses, until you reach your car and realize that there is absolutely no possible way you could drive home like this. You lean on your arms across the top of your car, the milk swinging against the window. The pressure behind your eyes has gotten worse, and you regret not grabbing your cell phone before leaving the house. A stray thought crosses your mind. Is the umbrella still in the trunk? You fumble around to the back of the car and open your trunk, tilting your head at odd angles to examine the corners until you spot it. The umbrella is an old white and orange one that you got back in your college days and is barely in good enough shape to open without breaking. But it's better than nothing in a pinch. You slam the trunk shut, shuddering as the thud reverberates through your skull. Deep breath. Deep breath. You manage to avoid throwing up in the parking lot, but only barely. Carefully opening the umbrella, you hold it a few inches above your head. The shade helps a little to keep the glare of the sun from burning out your eyes. One foot in front of the other, you slowly shamble down the road. The pulsing lights and the purple blob are slowly going away, only to be replaced with a severe headache. At least you've had a headache before, though, so it isn't quite as scary. 20 minutes later, still squinting your eyes against the light and shuddering every time a car drives by but finally able to make out your surroundings, you arrive home and make your way to the kitchen. Opening the refrigerator, you don't even bother to take the milk out of the bag before putting it on the shelf. You close the door and make your way back down the hall and back to your favorite chair. You close the blinds and curtains to make it as dark in the room as you can and then sit back. Your head is still throbbing, but at least you aren't hallucinating anymore. You can hear your wife as she bustles down the hall at the other end of the house, and then hear her start clanking pots and pans and plates and silverware as she washes and puts away the dishes.
Charlie,
She yells.
what the hell am I supposed to do with half a gallon of heavy cream?
Professional audiobooks in a click. Spoken.